Welcome, welcome. Just to help with the weekend event, we're going to go ahead and start off with one or two arenas, kind of help warm people up and get the hunters kind of used to combat and positionals, and then we'll go into a hunt game.
Okie dokie.
I really do need to change my badge. Not that you can ever see it anymore. I feel like everybody uses the monster badges. Probably because most of these people in here actually... Yeah, everybody here pretty much likes to play monster. I think it's funny. Monster is by far my most requested position within Coach Cow. And I don't blame him. I love the monster. The monster is very near and dear to my heart. I could never give that up. The monster with the monster mash. Okie dokie, let's... Orbital drill. Yeah, I don't think I've done too many of the acid maps with Arena. I think I've done a lot of the ESL maps. Okie dokie, let's see what kind of group this goes. Ooh, Kraken, looking fabulously blue. We've got Hank Griffin. Big fan of Griffin. I think he's still definitely my favorite trapper of them all. Hey, Shaking, how's it going? And Kyra. And what kind of assault will Silver be playing? Ooh, Hide. I missed the Night Hunter skins from the last group. Okay, let's get into this. Let's see what kind of damage we get to see.
Battle 1.
Ooh, on a plant.
Ready. Fight.
Okay, I know what this is. So this is a back corner area. Sometimes you get trapped back here when you're evolving and things like that. So going straight for food, gets denied. I don't think the mammoth bird hit him at least. Looks like he's trying to keep his distance. Ooh, and it sees the support all by himself. It might be going for the kill here. And this is one of those times, but Griffin's harpoon doing great work. Dude, that trap. Man, carnivorous plants. Shear is... Oh, and there's the lightning blade. Misses Killer Dog, though. That was unfortunate. I feel like he probably should have opened up with lightning. I like opening up with lightning in the fact that if lightning does hit, they'll be at half health, and then I know I can go in and burn them down. But if they're at low health... Ooh, and Silver. Nice timing of the... Oh, no, it's Ta. Good job on the personal shield, keeping the assault alive. And right now, Medic trying to scramble as best as she can to try and heal. And now that the assault is now at more than half health, he is no longer in imminent danger. So really, really good shielding by Killer Dog here. And here goes a Lightning Strike. So right now, Lightning Strike right on these two. I would immediately go after them. But it looks like he's going after staying on the assault. With the Medic being distracted, this might actually work out for him in the end. But it looks like he is getting healed, and there comes the heal burst. And unfortunately, his window of opportunity does in fact miss. So right now, the Hunters are very much on the defensive right now, getting knocked all over the place by Kraken. And those Mammoth Birds going after Illusional might actually help in downing Illusional. Those jerks of Mammoth Birds being all that they can be. So right now, I feel that there's a lot of movement going on. With Kraken, you still want to be as situationally still as possible. And so the goal is to basically treat it as a first-person shooter, and that you're breaking line of sight against the Kraken, because Kraken... nice orbital. Nice orbital. It defends him, and the monster doesn't know if he actually downed him or not because he cloaked right before. Oh no, maybe he does. Okay, so it does look like... Okay, yeah, he's not cloaked anymore. So, good orbital. Monster less than half health. Silver about to go down. Silver personal shields just in time from that vortex. And Banshee Mines doing a great job. I would like to see the medic throwing a few more grenades just to keep the pressure off here, but it looks like the support is in fact down. So without the support, Kraken will have an easy time of being able to down people because you do not have that personal shield covering people anymore. Nice use of line of sight, but this is what you want to do against the Kraken. You know, stay somewhere near a corner, and you keep shooting it, and if the monster looks at you, you just go around the corner and reposition. You shouldn't be using a lot of jetpack against Kraken, except for his abilities when he's about to use them. So, medic down, less than a quarter of health. At this point, it's basically a DPS race. Nice in shield by Silver here. And it looks like the medic is down. So right now, Griffin should actually be doing everything he can to go ahead and damage the monster. So the Kraken needs to actually be playing it less safe, because by playing it safe, you're giving the Assault a lot more time to power up his shield. So just be... right now, it's basically a DPS race. Who can get the other team? And it looks like that the Assault... there we go. I think the Assault was in the middle of a reload or something. But it looks like that the Hunters might be able to squeak out just a barely of a win. But really, really, really close right now. And there goes Griffin blasting away. And it looks like Dead is going to be dropping in just a moment. Really, really good attempt, though. Good job. Interesting dome locations. Okay, so this one's in the southern part of the map. And it looks like the monster either nope, doesn't try to go after food. Looks like he's just trying to find a good opening. So there's those 3 Banshee Mines. So I see a lot of Krakens do this, is where they'll spit all 3 Banshee Mines out at once, and there's pretty much never any reason to do that. Because if the one hits, it's going to knock everyone back, and if it's not going to get through, it's because they're getting shot at, and all 3 of them are just going to go ahead and melt. So it looks like he's got Banshee and Vortex, and those are the only skills I've seen so far. Oh, there's a Lightning Strike. Once again, I like to see Lightning Strike as an opener and not a closer. I feel that as an opening move, it's a little bit better because it takes somebody immediately to half health, and then you can just pounce Vortex, Banshee, and burst somebody down a little bit better. Because I think the Lightning Strike has a little bit harder chance to hit than your Vortex or Banshee Mines. So I like to see it open up with that instead. So a little bit better positioning this time. Everyone's on the high ground. Now the high ground, kind of like if you're in a weather storm, you don't want to be on the high ground necessarily. Just because it's easy to Vortex somebody over a cliff and then solo them. But they are paired up. So this is actually working out pretty well. And he's taking a lot of damage for it. I do like to see people kind of closer to the ground and hiding behind, like, so a wall here, a wall here, a wall here, and just basically peek your head out, shoot him until you get focused, and then duck behind the corner, and then so that way you always have 3 people attacking the Kraken and 1 person just dodging, and that way you have your jetpack available for when he starts using his high damage skills, such as Lightning Strike or Aftershock. So Medic will be able to go ahead and heal up Killer Dog here, doing a lot of damage, because forcing the monster to stop camping. And that orbital, unfortunate orbital, was not in a really good position to be using it. But be careful about grouping up because of that lightning and vortexing. You know, always have to be careful for that AoE. And monster on fire, trying to eat, I think, and I think he just kind of gave up at the end. But good job by the Hunters. I would have liked to see him less grouped up and more on the ground.
Yeah, like that.
Some of those lightning
first run
strikes
was
are
super
so
crazy.
bullshit.
Yes, you like slip past them for some reason. I noticed that.
GG, guys.
Yeah, good game. That first round was crazy though.
Yeah.
Was.
So that was really, really close. So a couple of things. Just be careful about positioning. Like, against Kraken, you should really treat it like a first-person shooter. Have everybody down on the ground with some sort of at least, 10 to 15 meter high wall, and basically you just poke your head out and you keep shooting him, and you don't really move around. There's a lot of movement going on, so a lot of people were running low on jetpack most of the time, so you were just eating the big damage aftershocks and the big damage lightning strikes. Banshee mines you don't really need to dodge way out of because you can try and shoot them, and vortex, you're not really going to dodge that most of the time because it's mostly point blank. But if you treat it that way you have 3 people always shooting the monster and 1 person ducking out of the way. So if the monster focuses you duck around the wall because the Kraken really relies on line of sight. And the moment you break that, you can't lightning strike, you can't really do anything, and you can't really chase with an aftershock. So once the monster focuses you, you just duck around, and then you have the 3 other people shooting and punishing the Kraken. And so against Kraken, you really want to try and be more defensive, because that's how you're going to whittle down. It's not a DPS raise, because the DPS raise, I feel Kraken can punish aggressive hunters the most. And it's more applicable on hunt than in arena, but it still kind of applies. But try and just use it as a first-person shooter and try and so you go out, you do damage, and then the monster faces you, then you go and dodge, and you basically keep rotating that through the people, and then you don't have to worry about using jetpack to climb back up or reposition or chase the monster, because eventually he's just going to crumble after a while. That being the case, though, Dead, try opening up with a lightning strike. I see you try and use it as a finisher for the first part of combat. I like to use it as an opener because if I hit somebody and I do half their health to them, I can immediately know that I can go in, heavy hit them, vortex them, and banshee mine them and burst them down very, very quickly, whereas lightning strike's kind of a gamble because they can either evade it or they won't, but either way, I feel that opening up with a lightning strike on somebody is better than trying to do half damage to them and then trying to finish them off with a lightning strike, if that makes sense.
Right.
But really good job in the first map. You were really using those pillars very well. Ironically enough, in the second map, you guys were all on the high ground, and being on the high ground is very bad against Kraken, because all you have to do, it just takes 1 vortex, and the monster basically separated you from the rest of your team. It also groups you up a little bit. You were able to make it work because there were the 2 of you on each side, but just be very careful because that's usually a very bad thing. You don't want to be on the high ground against a Kraken most of the time. Okay, do we want to do one more arena and then hop into hunt?
Sounds good to
Yeah.
me.